live on Sunday. I don't think I have time this week on Wednesday, so let's get to it. All right. So I wanted to talk about the low liability life, right? Last time, I made a live and it was about singlehood. So I decided that finally I'm going to be single, stay single, all right, and I'm going to I'm going to encourage people to stay single for the simple reason that it just seems to be a big liability, okay, and that I feel that men and women are just ornaments to each other, or even men and men, or women and women. So that was my opinion on singlehood, and I made my decision finally that basically, short of something catastrophic happening, I am going to stay single, and I've decided to stay single. And now I have a lot of single friends my age, across the globe. I think that's a very cool thing. More increasing number of women, men and women, uh, being single. And I think we're going to make it cool before the couples take over Instagram reels. That's a thing of the past now, or that will be a thing of the past. Now, I want to talk about one step further. All right, it's called the low liability life. Yeah, where you do not have assets, okay, but you do not even have liabilities, okay, because every asset is essentially a liability. Yeah, starting from your partner. Yeah, they may be a nice person, whatever, but they can fight with you at any time. Yeah, there are no rules. They may want to talk about something at any point of time. They may not be in the right mood when you are tired. Yeah, they may not pick up your slack when you need your slack to be picked up. That is one. Secondly, if you own a house, for example, you have to pay for everything, the maintenance, the electricity, everything, and the taxes and the liabilities. And if the government wants to take over your land, and if something happens to it, if it burns down, if there is an act of God and the insurance does not pay for it. All right. So every asset is basically essentially a liability. But the tinier the asset and the more valuable the asset, the less the chances of a liability, of it being a liability. All right. So if you own, for example, gold or money or shares, for example, yeah, I mean, the chances of the entire system collapsing are pretty low. And when the entire system does collapse, your money is not going to be worth much. Yeah. So that is what I mean. Like when I say low liability, it's not about minimalism. Okay, it's about just keeping what you need, and all the extra money, put it on the side. Similarly, when it comes to your life, okay, keep what you need, in the sense of, what do you need? You need food, you need water, and you need a roof over your head. Everything other than that, and maybe exercise and sunlight and sleep, these basic things that your body needs. But anything else is a creation of the mind. Okay. And when you create something in your mind, what is happening is you are creating an asset, yeah, which eventually can become a liability at any point of time. Hmm. So always keep an eye on these things, on this, live a simple life, all right, and ensure that you do not have too much to lose. Okay, keep the money in the bank, keep some cash with you, keep some a little bit of gold, keep a little bit of what do you call it, shares, etc., etc. But overall, like actual things, or like furniture, I don't even believe in buying furniture. I'm sitting on this old couch over here, like, just, and I'm sitting in a nice beautiful little parapet in my house, so which I'm renting for barely 30,000 rupees a month. Okay, that's my room, and that's it. That's simplicity. Okay, I bought a cupboard which is probably worth 1,000 rupees. It's made of cloth. Okay, and I just set it up the other day. I have a minimal number of clothes. I have two or three jackets for winter. That's it. All right, low liability life. So even if it burns down or someone steals it, like, it's going to be nothing. It's going to be no stress on my mind. All right, I don't have 500,000 things to protect from thieves, or from somebody who's trying to take my stuff, or somebody is threatening me, or somebody's anything, like just anything. Tomorrow a bomb could fall over here. Yeah, and what's interesting about the people in my country is despite them constantly being under the threat of a bomb following on them, they still live very high liability lives. They still have kids, they still have a wife, they still have houses, they still buy houses. Um, and it just seems to be more and more ridiculous. Like that seems to be the ultimate this of delusion. And even when you're in your life, okay, if there is something you're not interested in, let's say you're doing a degree, okay, and it's not interested, but you're just doing it for money, and let's say you work very very hard and you get the degree, and then you die, or then you are alive, and it's like, what did he live for? All this hard work, all this bullshit. So even the actions in your life, keep them low liability. And what I mean by that is what is said in the Gita. Basically, just do your actions for fun, do your actions as your duty, derive joy from the actions, and do not look at the results. And what is he trying to push ahead? A low liability life. Okay. So even in the most important things that you do, your actions, all right. The second most important is the stuff that you have, all right. The number of things that you have. It is all just a game. It's all just haptic feedback. All right, you're hearing things, so your ear is vibrating. Now, if I'm touching this phone, for example, right, uh, the phone is made of atoms, which is 95%, 99% nothing. Yeah. So what is it? It's just haptic feedback. It is just a loop which is coming back to me and saying that there is something here. Yeah. So even life itself is low liability. So why are you making it high liability? And all the liabilities in your head. If you really want to buy a house, sure, buy the house. But if it blows up, don't be sad. Okay. If you really want to have a wife and children, sure, do that. But don't have an issue when it becomes, when something happens to them, or when they leave you, or they stop talking to you, or they dump you in an old age home. All right, that is a low liability life. You can have a high liability life, but if you're low liability here, that's all. Then your problem is solved. All right, and I think that is why it's very important for people to go through depression, because depression, no matter what you have, will make you feel shitty about life. And why does it makes you feel shitty? And then you when you come out, you realize that all of this never had any meaning anyway. The depression happened because you ascribed it meaning. Okay, I ascribed my parents meaning, hence I got depressed when they used to throw me out. Okay, I was a child back then, but that's not the point. The point was that it was a wake up call to say nothing is yours, nobody belongs to you, and it is all zero. It's in fact zero liability. I'm still saying low liability. So think of it that way. And yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. Right. Ooh, lots of people. Too many couples reels showing feed in Instagram. Doesn't matter. Don't forget the couples, bro. See, it's a matter of time before we become, where most people are going to be single. Okay, and there are increasing number of child-free people in the world, and they are all flaunting their status. So, I think we'll be fine, man. I think we'll be fine. Said hi. How do you deal with societal relatives who pokes? Let them poke. What do you care? If if they poke, are they poking you physically? That's a different thing. They're poking you mentally now. They're poking you verbally. So it's all in your head. Don't take the poke. Okay, if they ask, oh, when are you having kids? I'm like, whenever you pay for them, you can say that. Or when are you getting married? You pay for my marriage, and I will get married. Okay, fine. And when my relatives ask me, I say, find me a girl whose life you want to ruin, and I will marry her. And they all shut up. Yeah. So edge them out with sarcasm. What if our survival instinct says to marry or be in a relationship? Look, your survival instinct, how will your survival instinct say that? Okay, firstly, if it says, okay, get married, what it's saying is that listen to society so that you can survive better. But do you really need society to survive? So destroy survival instinct with logic. Okay, trust me, with enough logic and a strong mind, all instinct will die out. Okay, all these nonsense instincts, because this instinct, what it is telling you is basically it's an old survival instinct, which is saying, for example, listen to your tribe or your tribe will ostracize you, right? But That's obsolete. That does not exist anymore. You can earn your own money, do your own shit, and like just go. So yeah, man, seriously. What about car? I mean, you can buy a car if you want. Just today, very interestingly, in fact, what sparked this video is that a co-worker, all right, she took her car out, and the car just stopped working. So we had to jumpstart the car. We had to do a whole bunch of things helping her out, and we were all late from work. And I just said, why do you have a car, especially in a place like my country, where the public transport is beautiful. It cost me barely 10 units of currency per day to go anywhere I want. All right, like anywhere I want. So it's so cheap, and I can go to any part of the country. So, and like, why would you act that ridiculous? Why would you buy a car? It's so much liability. It's you can, if the engine stops, you have to jump start it. If the tire could burst, anything could happen. Someone could bang into it. Someone could dent it. Someone could cut some of the paint. Anything is possible. Why would you want to live? In fact, a car, a machine that big and that present seems to be the highest kind of liability. But if you are okay with doing all of that, jump starting it, changing the tires, taking care of it, getting its wheel alignment done, paying for its insurance, paying for the fuel, then do it. Okay, if it does not stress you. Liability, again, like I said, is all in the head. And I keep my life low asset, low liability, because I don't want the stress. Okay, because I like to maintain my things. I keep my phone for 4 years and 5 years. My one phone lasts me 5 years. All right, so that is how well I take care of the things that I own. I'm not going to want a car because I'm going to take care of it well. I don't want a house because I'm going to take care of it well. Okay, so it's really all a point of view, man. Like, just think about it completely before you later end up as a father of two, or owning two cars and wondering, oh, I have to pay this insurance and I have to pay that and I have to, and basically your entire credit card or your debit card or your account just becomes expense, 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 income, expense, expense, expense. What's the point, man? What's the point? You're just going to be a professional loan payer, you know. Nihil, please share your opinion on AI overtake. Look, I don't. It's going to take about 5 or 10 years properly. I'd say by 2040 there will be a full-on overtaking of AI. But there are laws of physics that are going to work against it. Today, a chip, okay, an AI chip, burns out in about 6 months to a year. All right, a really advanced one. The basic AI chips take about 3 years. Yeah. So a lot of them are doing frauds in the name of AI chips. They are playing around with the depreciation rate. They are showing more losses or they are showing less losses, whatever. All right, and then they are buying more and more chips for the same thing. So is it sustainable in the long term? And I mean economically, not even climate wise. I don't think so. But when the AI bubble burst, and it will, there will be a lot of tiny AIs left in our life. Okay, like when the dot com bubble burst, you were left with Amazon, you were left with Google, you were left with whatever. Similarly, there will be a lot of tiny AI and our lives will go on. I don't think it will completely overtake every aspect of our life. Even the aspect of seeing videos and wondering if they are AI or not is an aspect that we will get used to. Okay, just like we got used to mobile phones and addicted to them, just like we got used to Corona and we were okay with it, we'll get used to it. Said hi. Seeing you after a long time, bro. Hope everything is all right. I see a lot. Everything is all right, man. Everything is all right. How are you doing? I see a lot of rational creators from India talking about the bullshit society and obsolete institutions. They are gaining massive following as well. Do you think a sizable amount of youth will escape? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because Indians cannot fight. Okay, from what we've understood of Indians, they don't fight. They don't want to fight. They're not interested in fighting, and that so they are just going to try and find a way to escape, and that will be legal, that will be illegal. It's going to only get worse. And like even on my channel, people are asking me, how did you escape? How did you leave the country? Did you take this visa? Okay, you can check in my comments in my last video. How did you take the visa? What visa did you take, etc., etc. I'm not going to tell you details about it. And I think I've told you in a previous video how I shifted, why I moved, etc. So you need to refer to that video. But people are really desperate to get out. Okay, and they will find ways to get out. Europe will take people. Central Asia will take people. Ukraine is still taking people. Russia will take people for its wars. And Americas will take, Canada will take anybody, absolutely anybody. And people will just find a way out, like any single way. Now, a whole bunch of people are moving to Japan, right? From farm workers to people who work on computers. So all of these kind of people are going to be, just running away, like at any cost, anyway. So yeah, we get used to and also get bored. Exactly. We get used to so many things. Like we got used to AI. Okay, we got used to this basic chatbot AI, and now people are like, why is it so slow? Okay, so yeah, we get used to things, we get bored of them, and then we move on to the next thing, and the end will be very boring, honestly. Like that's why on my Instagram I keep sharing things when they say, oh, the end is coming, the end is coming. Like, it is my hope, but I know practically speaking, it's going to be very boring. It's going to be slowly. We're going to get used to worse and worse lives. We're going to get used to the rains pouring outside our doorways and us swimming. This the We're going to get used to extreme heat. Okay, we're going to get used to everything, and then one by one, slowly, as the crops die away and wither, is how we are going to go. Because no, the system's not going to collapse, and no one wants the system to collapse because, very frankly, it is working for a large bunch of people. It's working for the rich, of course. It's working for the at the best time for the rich. The poor, you give them less and less, but you give them more Netflix, and they'll be fine. And in a way, what is happening is people are being forced into the low liability life. All right, people are automatically, like, the prices are rising. The prices of childcare have risen, the prices of everything basically in the US. And for years these people have been, like, trying to tell you that reduce the population. Bill Gates has been saying it. Jane Goodall has been saying it. So many people have been saying, you don't listen, you just keep having children. So pay the price. You want to have children, pay 3,400, $3,500 per month for childcare. Okay, and it goes up to 10,000 apparently. And people are taking loans upon loans. Well, have your 4 children and pay for it. So people are being forced into the low liability lifestyle, honestly. Bro, after interacting with AI, I found it super intelligent, and it is 1,000 times smarter than us. What will be the point of human life? They can feel emotions much better than most of humans. uh, Look, it depends. Now, the problem is that, sure, they can feel those emotions. Humans are useless. Let's be very clear about that. Humans are useless. There was never any point to human life. You are a form of AI. Okay, you are just a form of AI. And tomorrow AI can even get better than you. Why? Because we are all made from mud and electricity. All right, the systems may be different. Okay, we may have ion protein channels within our brains that make us feel thoughts. They have algorithms. All right, so all of this nonsense is that we are so special. It's nonsense. We're just made from mud, and now we've made something better out of mud. All right, and it will be able to feel emotions if it has the right thing. It will able to feel everything, assuming we can sustain it financially, assuming we can sustain the size and the levels and the etc. and the losses. Um but yeah, like, we are useless. We're useless. Minimalism is highly underrated concept. Okay, once you feel very light once you embrace it. I agree completely. Like, I was always a minimalist. Okay, and my life was a roller coaster ride. Like, my parents sometimes had a lot of money, sometimes none. And apparently my grandparents had a lot of shitload of money. And I've seen, like, bungalows and chandeliers and all the bullshit, and I never liked it, man. Like, sea facing bungalows and all, I'm just like, nah, whatever. So I get I was born minimalist, and whenever I have tried to be a maximalist, or tried to blow up money, or buy atoms for myself, I've never felt happy. Like, my body not only happy, the body rebels against it. It's like, what is this rubbish? Okay, like, why now you have to take care of this thing? Why should I take care of anything? Why should I take care of a car, of a house, of a girlfriend, of a chandelier, of a, whatever? I'll take care of my bank account, my stock account, my gold, and that's it. That's all I need. Everything else is just need based. All right. I need pants. I need a t-shirt. I need earphones. I need a phone. That's all. So and that should be your entire thing. Mm. So yes, minimalism. Once you embrace it, you will reach God level. Trust me. The delusion of poor and their optimism in India should be a subject of study and research in top universities. Absolutely, absolutely. Because Indians are so delulu, okay, and they'll have endless. They have a small little room, and they'll just keep having kids and kids and kids and kids. Like what level and on what basis? Like, is it your religion telling you specifically? They have no particular basis. They just do what they have to do mindlessly. Okay, facts. All right, I'm gonna shut this thing. Maybe I will quickly do a Hindi live. I gotta go for a workout also now. So let's see. Yes, Hindi in a bit. Let's do the Hindi live. All right. See you all in about 10 minutes on Hindi. Thank you for showing up. If you all have not seen it, those the latecomers, please start from the beginning. All right. The topic was low liability life and low liability related to everything. And if you can't keep it low liability, keep it low liability here. Nothing should affect you, including the work you do, including the results of the work you do. Do things happily, enjoy them, and that's all we are here for. Rest of it, you are just mud, and you are just a form of AI. Okay, bye bye, see you.